With the 37th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, my New England Patriots select Jalen Polk, receiver, Washington.
Wow. They went out and got a physical.
There you go. As you heard, a physical wide receiver. I know a lot about him, but Alex, why don't you give us the breakdown of Jalen Polk from Washington?
Super versatile receiver. So he can line up just about anywhere. And I'm trying to keep track of everything here. There was a report that they believe he can play the X at the next level. He's not a burner. He ran a 4.53 at the combine, but 6'1", 203 pounds, excellent vertical. This is a go up and get it receiver with a very diverse route tree, who's a good route runner. And I think they're going to try to turn him into the X. I think they're going to try to turn him into the player they basically wanted Devontae Parker to be when they traded for him 2 years ago, and obviously that didn't work out. He's 22 years old, so he's definitely on the younger side. He just turned 22 earlier this month. 2-year starter, transferred from Texas Tech, caught 69 passes for 1,200 yards and 9 touchdowns this year. He's going to be a threat in the red zone. He's going to be a threat in third down situations, great at finding holes in the zone. Good pick. Again, there's clearly something up with A.D. Mitchell, and we just don't know what it is. I think A.D. Mitchell's a better version of this player, but the fact that nobody's drafting A.D. Mitchell, wow! Titans taking a big swing here. Sorry, I just saw that. Titans took T'Vondre Sweat.
Oh, big defensive tackle, so he's off the board.
Well, this is high even before. So he was projected to be like a fringe top 50 pick, and then he got a DUI 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
They must feel really good
I've
about
seen
that.
his workout. Just so we'll get you all caught up right now. The Patriots have selected Jalen Polk. Tennessee just selected Sweat, the defensive tackle from Texas. But I'll give you just a quick rundown on Jalen Polk. I've watched him so much. You mentioned it. He transferred from Texas Tech. He played a ton there. Transferred out, went to Washington. The thing with him was Roma Dunze is on one side. They got McMillan on the other. So really, he never had the chance to be an X-receiver. But I will tell you this. I think that he, as the season went along and even into the college playoff, he kept ascending and ascending. So, Alex, I think this is a guy that he's continuing to progress right now and really does have a ceiling, meaning he's going to continue to get better here. Like, I don't think this is a guy that's going to struggle to run routes. He's solid. I've seen him play inside and outside. The speed isn't great. He's not slow by any means, but he caught a big touchdown right over the middle, and that's where I'm going with it. I still think Drake May was one of the better over-the-middle passers in college football a year ago. This kid was one of the best at catching balls over the middle last year.
Fearless, tough receiver.
So that's why I think they're going with him. Another thing I wanted to mention is when he works out, he's been working out with other ex-receivers such as CeeDee Lamb, Stephon Diggs. So when he's been going to workouts, he's working out with pros. This was like during his time when he was in college. So I think this kid's ready. And to your point, I think he can progress to be the ex-receiver.
Yeah, and it sounds like that's the plan. Doug Kyde has, from a source, there's a belief he can play X in the NFL despite not being a burner. He, quote, can still threaten all three levels by manipulating tempo. Still feels a little Devontae Parker-ish, but if you can get the Devontae Parker that was putting Steph Gilmore in a blender in 2019, it's a good pick.
Only negative I find out on Polk, because I got to be critical a little bit here. The receivers on Washington were double-teamed. Roma Dunze at times. McMillan really had some good games because of how they took away Dunze at times. But whenever I really watch Polk, he did blow by linebackers. He's fast.
I mean, he's fast enough. Nobody's going to call him a burner. But
I
he's
would
fast
not call him
a
burner.
Slow. He's not fast.
But if that's the whole thing, like if he's a deep ball catcher too. Like he's not just this guy that's
16.8 yards per reception.
There you go.
Well, that's everybody. I mean, that was Washington's offense.
So I think he's tough. And the other thing too is he's got this edge to him. I don't know how to explain that. He's not soft. He's not going down. I've seen him spin out of tackles before for touchdowns. Like, this kid's tough. What do you got, Skaz?
Would you like to hear Steve Smith talk about Jalen Polk and give his NFL comp?
Oh, let's hear it.
Jalen Polk, Washington to Polk, which he runs just like him, is TJ Houshmandzadeh. He's not fast. He's not slow. He can play football. And we're going to go ahead and show you some tape right now. It's going to go in motion a little bit. Bang, bang, bang. Gets going. Just shows you, he got a little shiftiness to him. Against Michigan. Hands catch. Great extension. Look at that. Dow! Toughness. Popped up. Sits in the zone. Attacks the football. Now, he's not going to outrun very many people, but he's strong at the point of attack. He's strong with the football in his hands. That's what gives him that advantage. Eye and hand coordination cannot be taught. Jalen Polk's ability to adjust to the football is excellent.
So that's good. TJ Houshmandzadeh is a big boy. Actually, kind of reminds me of the kid Palmer we were talking about with the Chargers.
Palmer's faster.
Yeah.
But he kind of reminds me, honestly, of like a more athletic Jacoby Myers. Now, that's not. I'll tell you who this pick is not good for. It's Juju Smith-Schuster. You have this guy in your offense already. This tells me they don't believe a ton in Juju Smith-Schuster, which we might have known anyway, just based on his performance last year. But
so Doug Kyde broke this one, huh?
I didn't see who broke it. He just had that.
Where'd Doug go to school? I'm trying to remember now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying,
somewhere up
we
there.
We love Doug Kyde. We had him on the show this week. And who else has a connection to Washington as well? Steve Belichick.
I don't know that it's. I think the connection is the Patriots' current wide receivers coach Tyler Hughes.
There you go.
Was a coach at Washington last year. I don't think it's a former Patriot that's now in Washington. I think it's a former Husky that's now in New England.
There we go. So one of the wide receivers coaches this year was with Washington and Kalen DeBoer before this. So there's the connection. There's also a Miami connection with Highsmith. I know I asked you about this last night as well. So is this a connection pick? Or do they think that this guy – I agree. I think that he is progressing. Route running, I think, is going to be something he'll have to do. And the one thing – again, I'm being critical because we have to be. He played with first-round talent receivers, and he was open a lot because he just knew how to get open over the middle and find those one-on-one situations. But I think he was more of an inside guy than anything last year. I can't remember how many plays he made out of the slot.
I can tell you, they moved him around. You got to give me a second to find it, but I can find it.
No worries.
But it does sound like he's going to play the X here.
So, again, people are going to be critical of Jalen Polk because he's 4'5". You watch him. He's not fast off the line. He is, to me, I think he's a fast player. You might see the speed in different ways, whether it's running over the middle. He caught a ball, if you remember, and Steve Smith just mentioned it. I can't remember if it was the college playoff or the national championship, but it right off the line, Penix had to get it out quick, and it went off his hands. He bobbled it, but scored the touchdown still. He is a hands receiver, and that's one thing I like about this guy is for a big dude, he doesn't rely on his body type.
So Polk last year, 317 snaps out wide, 222 in the slot. So pretty balanced.
Wow. And you're right, Smith-Schuster was that guy, right, in his career?
Yeah.
Probably not going to be the guy on this